Hello children, how are you? Hope you all are safe at home. Today I am taking strategies for enhancing food production. First part. In this we will discuss animal husbandry, management of farms and farm animals, that is dairy farm and poultry farm, animal breeding and types of breeding. So let us start the session. First of all, we should know that what is the meaning of animal husbandry. Agricultural practices of breeding and raising livestock. Livestock means those animals which are like buffaloes, cows, horses, cattle, sheep, camels, goat, poultry, fisheries, bees, silkworms. So they are considered as livestock, which are very helpful for mind. So animal husbandry is a branch of agricultural science in which four aspects are taken into consideration. What are the four aspects? Feeding, heating, breeding and weeding of livestock. Feeding means giving food, proper food to the animals which we are going to handle. Heating means we have to give proper shelter to them. Breeding means proper care of reproduction. And weeding means suppose in a group some animal is uneconomical. It have no economical value. So or sometimes it is having some disease. So we have to remove those animals from the group. So what are the four aspect of animal husbandry? That is feeding, heating, breeding and weeding. First is the dairy farm management. Dairy farm management is for milk and its products, that is for human consumption. Here in this case we deal with all the processes and systems that increases yield and improve the quality of milk. Milk yield is primarily dependent on the quality of breeds. Whenever the breeds are good, then there will be more production of milk and the quality of milk will also increase. Selection of good breeds that have high yield potential means increase period. What is lactation period? Lactation period means after the birth of calf, which period, up to how much period the cattle is providing milk. So that is called as lactation period. Resistance to disease. For example, foreign breeds, Jersey and Brown Swiss, they are also called as exotic breeds. So Jersey and Brown Swiss are foreign breeds, have high lactation period, and local breeds, Indian breeds, that is Red Sindhi and Sahiwal, are disease resistant. So suppose we are taking one breed from foreign breed, that is Jersey or Brown Swiss, and one breed local breed, that is Red Sindhi and Sahiwal. Now let us see what are the conditions necessary for realizing the yield potential. So the conditions are: shelter of dairy animals should be spaced and ventilated, proper space and proper ventilation, and also free from insects and pests. Fodder of cattle to provide them that must contain roughage and concentrate. Roughage may be that dry or succulent. Cleanliness and hygiene of the cattle as well as handlers are also taken into consideration. Clean and sufficient amount of water should be given. We should not give them dirty water. Why? Because this dirty water may causes waterborne diseases to the cattle. Regular inspections with proper record keeping. We should take the temperature, we should regularly inspect the animals, and we should keep proper record. Regular visit by a veterinary doctor. This is very important. The animals should be vaccinated also. Like human being, the animals should be vaccinated also. And the most important is animals should be treated gently and they are not frightened. Here this is the picture of red Sindhi cow, which is the local breed. Here it is also Sahibal, that is also of local breed. This is the brown Swiss, that is exotic. Here it is currant Swiss. This is also foreign or exotic breed. Now, under the management of farms and farm animal, next is the poultry farm management. Poultry means domestication of fowl, that is birds. And these birds are domesticated for eggs and meat which are taken as food. They typically includes chicken and ducks. Sometimes turkey and geese also. Means these birds are domesticated for eggs and meats. What are those birds? Chicken, ducks and turkey as well as geese. The improved breed of this Jersey, and second one is B is the Leghorn. Now let us see what are the conditions necessary for poultry farm management. First is selection of disease free and suitable breed. This is very important. We have to select the good breeds which should having no disease. They are disease free. Proper and safe farm condition. Where the animals are kept, it should be safe. No animals can harm them. Proper feed and water. Proper temperature condition. This is very important because hatching of that eggs require proper temperature. Proper health and hygiene, as they are often affected by bird flu virus. So, for the poultry farming, proper hygiene and health is very important. Protected from diseases by proper sanitation, spraying disinfectants and vaccination. So, the poultry farms are protected from different types of diseases, and how it can be achieved? By proper sanitation, by spraying disinfectants, and the birds should be vaccinated. Now next is the animal breeding. Animal breeding is an important aspect of animal husbandry. And what is the aims? It aims at increasing the yield of animals and also improving the desirable qualities of the produce. Whatever the produce we are obtaining, that must be having some desirable character. Now let us see what is the breed. Breed means a group of animals related by descent and similar in most characters like appearance, feature, size, configuration, etc. So they are said to belong to a same breed. So what is breed? A group of animals related by descent and similar in most characters like general appearance, feature, size, configuration, etc. Now, in the animal breeding and types of breeding, there are two types of breeding. First is called as inbreeding and second one is called as outbreeding. Animals of the same breed and crossing of animals of different breed is called as outbreeding. So let us see one by one. First is the inbreeding. Inbreeding, it refers to the mating of more closely related animals of the same breed for 4 to 6 generation. Okay, what is this inbreeding? It is the mating of more closely related animals of the same breed for 4 to 6 generations. So it will directly results in the direction of a desirable trait. So it will develops into a desirable trait. Through inbreeding, an animal breeder can restrict the mating to a small circle of animals. So thus prevents the introduction of gene from outsider. Why? Because we are inbreeding. We are doing the inbreeding. So this is the desirable characters of inbreeding. Through inbreeding, an animal breeder can restrict the mating to a small set of animals. So this helps in preventing the introduction of genes from outside. Inbreeding combined with selection over a period of time has resulted in many desirable and valuable breeds of domestic animals. So with the help of inbreeding, we can get some desirable and variable breeds of domestic animals. Now what does inbreeding involves? Let us see. It is the identification and mating of superior males and superior females. So we have to select the superior male and superior female of the same breed in inbreeding. So now whatever the progeny which we are getting from the inbreeding is evaluated and assessed for the desirable trait and they are taken out for further breeding. Again, the superior males and females are identified from the progeny. Whatever the progenies are obtained from the inbreeding, so out of that we again take the superior male and superior female and again they are mated. Okay. So now let us see what are the superior male and what are the superior female. Superior female means that is cow or buffalo which gives more lactation, and a superior bull that is male is that which give rise to superior progeny as compared to those of other bulls. So these are the characteristics of superior male and superior female. And this process is continued for 4 to 6 generation. Now, what does inbreeding for several generations leads to? What will happen when inbreeding is continuously doing for several generations? Inbreeding increases homozygosity. Homozygosity means pure line of that animals can be developed. Inbreeding exposes recessive genes. Why? Because we are selecting the desirable character. So those characters which are not expressed, they are not selected. So inbreeding exposes recessive genes for undesirable characters and that are eliminated by selection. So it helps in accumulation of superior genes and elimination of undesirable genes. But continue inbreeding. As previously I have told you that it is done up to 4 to 6 generation only. Whenever continuous inbreeding is done, it reduces the fertility of the animals and even their productivity. So this is called as inbreeding depression. What is inbreeding depression? So what is inbreeding depression? So whenever this inbreeding is done more than 6 generations, means continuous inbreeding is done, then it may lead to infertility of the animals or even their productivity also. But suppose inbreeding depression occurs, then how it can be overcome? So it can be overcome by mating them with unrelated superior animals of the same breed, means those which have no common ancestor, different ancestor of the same breed, then again this can be overcome. So inbreeding depression can be overcome by mating them with unrelated superior animals of the same breed. It is the only method by which any usually good type of feature in animals may be maintained. So by doing this, mating with unrelated superior animals, this inbreeding can be overcome. Now, next is the outbreeding. It is of 3 types. One is outcrossing, second one is crossbreeding, and third one is interspecific hybridization. So let's see. First of all, we should know that what is outbreeding. It is the mating of unrelated animals belonging to individual of same breeding, but they don't have common ancestor. So that is called as outcrossing. First one is outcrossing. What is this? Outbreeding refers to the mating of unrelated animals belonging to individual of same breed, but they don't have common ancestors. Same breed but no common ancestor, then that is called as outcrossing. Now different breeds. Suppose 2 different breeds are mated or crossed, then this is called as crossbreeding. And when 2 different species are crossed or they breed, then they are called as interspecific hybridization. Okay. So there are 3 types. First is the outcrossing, second one is the crossbreeding, and third one is the interspecific hybridization. So let us see in detail outcrossing. As earlier we have learned that it is the mating between unrelated member of same breed, and that is called as outcrossing. The mating partners should not have common ancestor on either side of their pedigree up to 4 to 6 generation. Otherwise it will be called as inbreeding. Such mating result in production of offspring and they are called as outcross. Means the product of outcrossing is called as outcross. It is usually preferred in animals having poor productivity of milk, poor growth rate, and suffering from inbreeding depression. So then it is outcrossing is done. So let us see what are the benefits of outcrossing. Enhancement in the cattle. Increases growth rate in beef cattle. And enhancement in the productivity of wool and meat also. Suppose there is sheep, so there is enhancement of wool as well as meat also. Second is the outbreeding. Crossbreeding. So what is crossbreeding? It is the mating of individual from entirely different breeds. Means the breeds are 2 breeds are different. One is from male and another is female. They are belonging to 2 different breeds. Is called crossbreeding. In this case, superior male of one breed and superior female of another breed are mated. And as a result, both the characters of different breeds are combined in one progeny. Okay? Means male is from, female is from one breed. So both the characters, male and female, are combined in the progeny. Okay? So the hybrid progeny may be used directly for commercial production, or again they are subjected to inbreeding. And selection to get new stable breeds. Suppose, for example, a breed of sheep, Hisardale, a breed of sheep commonly known as Hisardale, is obtained in Punjab by crossing Bikaneri ewes and Marino rams. This is always asked in exam. Name the breed of sheep which is obtained in Punjab by crossing Bikaneri ewes and Marino rams. So what is the name of it? That is Hisardale. And the last one is interspecific hybridization. Interspecific means between two specific. So mating between male and female of animals of two different species is called as interspecific hybridization. For example, mule, and here in this case mule, the female horse is mated with male donkey and the progeny is called as mule and they are sterile. Here it is the figure of mule. Now, next is controlled breeding experiment using artificial insemination. So, what is this? Here in this case, semen, that is reproductive fluid, is collected from the male parent and this semen is injected into the reproductive tract of selected female by, or this semen may be used for further. So it may be frozen and used at later. Next topic is multiple ovulation embryo-transfer technology, that is called as MOET. It is very important for examination point of view. This MOET is called as herd improvement. Here in this case, at a time, large number of progenies can be obtained. So let us see what is this and how it is achieved. Here in this case, a cow is administered hormones, means a cow is given follicle stimulating hormone, so that by introducing the follicle stimulating hormone, the super ovulation takes place. Super ovulation means at a time 6 to 8 eggs are produced per cycle. Generally what is happening? One egg is producing. Okay. But here super ovulation means production of more than 6 to 8 eggs per cycles. How many eggs? 6 to 8 eggs are produced at a time. And all these eggs are fertilized either naturally with elite bull or by artificial insemination. Now, these fertilized eggs are allowed to grow in the genetical mother up to 8 to 32 cell stage only. And then all the fertilized 6 to 8 eggs are taken out and they are recovered non-surgically and they are transferred to surrogate mothers. So what is done here? All the due to the super ovulation, 6 to 8 eggs are produced per cycle and all the 6 to 8 eggs are fertilized either by natural elite bull or by artificial insemination. And these fertilized eggs allowed to grow up to, means they divide from zygote from 1 cell to 2 cell, 2 to 4 cell, 4 to 8 cell, 8 to 16 cell, and from 16 to 32 cell stages of all 6 to 8 eggs are formed and they are again recovered non-surgically and then transferred to the surrogate mothers. What is the benefit? Whenever we are taking all the fertilized eggs, now that genetic mother is again available for super ovulation. So this is the benefit. So that is why during a few course of time, we can get large number of progeny. So that is why it is called as herd improvement. This technique has been successful in different cattle, sheep, rabbits, buffaloes, mares. Okay children, thank you. Have a nice day. Please write your question in comment section.